Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, fatalities at TC Yasa, new curfew to be imposed today, and villages in Koro destroyed.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
A 46-year-old farmer of Lobelove outside Lambasa died after a portion of his house collapsed at the height of TC Yasa last night. Ramesh Chand was crushed underneath a wall while his elder son suffered injuries. Speaking to FBC News, Chand's wife recalled how the family of four were taking shelter in one room when their house gave way under strong winds. She says they tried to lift the wall off her husband's back, but it was too heavy. Their eldest son was also trapped underneath.
I just hold this one and the small one and want to lift the board up, but we can't. And we call just husband, wake up, wake up. He did not wake up.
TC Yasa curfew in Vanolevu has been imposed from 5 p.m. this afternoon to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. For other parts of Fiji, the curfew will kick in from 8 o'clock tonight until 4 a.m. tomorrow. This was confirmed to FBC News by National Disaster Management Office in the last hour. Acting Police Commissioner Rusiate Tundrabu is requesting members of the public to take heed of the advisories and take the necessary safety precautions to avoid loss of life and putting others in danger. He adds that public transportation services ceased from yesterday, and that remains. However, for those who wish to buy food from supermarkets and shops may do so as they're now open. We join Koroi Tandulala now live. Koroi, what's the first order of priority for emergency responders?
Thank you, Tether. The National Disaster Management Office just finished their afternoon briefing today. The Prime Minister and also the Cabinet Ministers as well, and other permanent secretaries and head of utilities for different sectors in the country were briefed earlier this morning with regards to the current situation that has been faced on the ground due to the severe TC Yasa that made landfall in Bua over Nambowalu and now is moving through the Lomai VT waters and over to the southern Lau. Now the NDMO will be deploying their officers and assessment team to maritime islands only and once the Maritime Safety Authority of Fiji gives the green light for maritime inter-island travel. And also MSAF will be working closely with the other communities and maritime islands to see the update whether travel will be viable in the next few hours or not. And also the divisional officers around the country are looking at their own divisions and are doing their current assessment on the ground, and they are updating the National Disaster Management Office accordingly. And also with regards to the assessment, they will be assessing schools as well, because there have been reports coming in of certain schools that may have been affected by this tropical cyclone. And also with regards to the evacuation center, they confirmed that the Health Ministry is liaising with them to ensure that people within these evacuation centers are well taken care of. More update will be coming soon later.
Thank you, Koroi. People in southern Laos are still experiencing strong winds, gusty at times, and heavy rain as TC Yasa is slowly passing over the group. Naroi Moala villager Josiah Wanisi says they could see strong winds and storm surges partly destroying some houses, the nursing station and farms. Wanisi adds about 120 villages are still taking shelter at the Moala Fisheries Station, Yasa Yasa Moala High School, Health Center and the police station.
Preparation started 2 days ago. Government officials on the island have been working tirelessly, assisting the elderly and other villagers in evacuation centers. Debris from damaged homes and trees are lying all over the village.
TCSA is also causing damages to homes on Mothe Island, home to 700 people in Nassau and Korotolu villages. Mothe District School teacher Taufa Bunise says communication was disrupted at around 7 this morning, the exact time TCSA made landfall in the group. She says they are worried about the safety of those who are taking shelter in evacuation centers. A number of homes on Mothe have already been damaged. Villagers in Nambuna Koro are safe. Paula Nete, who lives in Nambuna, told FBC News that there was sea flooding last night when they were battered with the cyclone. Nete confirms 2 houses have been completely destroyed, while 3 are partially destroyed. Many fallen trees can be seen around the village. Floodwaters have receded, and villagers are now cleaning up and assessing the full extent of the damages. 300 people in the village evacuated to Wuniwasa District School, which is being used as an evacuation center. We now join Kelly Badala live. Kelly, what is the latest update on the movement of TCSA?
The tropical cyclone Yasa has been downgraded to a Category 3 system as of this morning. The Fiji Met Office says the system was located over Lau Group and near just Lakemba at about 9 a.m. today. TC Yasa is weakening very quickly, and it has lost all of its strength overnight when it crossed over Vanua level. Also close to its center, the cyclone is expected to have average winds up to 155 kilometers per hour, with momentum gusts to up to 220 kilometers per hour. Rather, it is moving southeastwards at about 18 kilometers per hour. In this path, or on this path, it's slowly exiting the Fiji waters, and it's heading towards Tonga.
Thank you, Kelly. Minister for Education Rosie Akbar says she is aware that Ndreketi Primary School sustained severe damages at the height of tropical cyclone Yasa. Videos circulating on social media shows the school being blown away, and Akbar says she is awaiting reports from her team. Akbar adds she is also expecting updates from her team about other schools in the north which may have sustained damages. More than 60 people, including a 2-week-old and 8-month-old babies, are taking shelter at a school in Bua. Aishani Vandana says they took shelter at Ndombui Primary School. However, the roof of the school building blew off early yesterday evening. She says they evacuated to the school yesterday morning, but due to strong winds, the school sustained damages. Vandana adds they had to change classrooms to keep safe, as only one room had its roof still intact.
The room we are in, it's really wet, all water is there, no place to sleep, people are on desk. And the school, all the roof has blown away, except that room we were in, it is just left. Maybe by God's glory, we are safe. All the roof has blown away, our room is safe.
Up ahead, evacuees remain in Central Division, and utilities begin damage assessments.
Oira na ngone no de nunu enda bisi ni mataka.
Mersi sunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina na baksa ngai ka wala loma takina ngone. Dala bina oya o meliki.
Mulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikira enda be mataka.
Oniti kena magrombuka.
Ni boy tini kalima na miniti me ono kina tini na kaloko. Ena radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Indah pindah na mataka dan ramai na singabo.
Over the past 2 days, the Lami Village Hall has been home to more than 10 families in the area. So far, 20,000 people are currently sheltered at 457 active evacuation centers around the country, which includes the Lami Village Hall. Once word broke of Tropical Cyclone Yasa approaching Fiji, the villagers flocked to the nearest evacuation center for safety. Approximately 60 people are sheltering in the hall while they await the clearance from the relevant authorities to move back to their homes. Village headman Kolinio Nakarawa says the main priority was protecting the welfare of their women and children.
I knew that I had to have a backup plan in the case that things got worse. So I put together a team that will help the villagers in time of need. For me, my main concern was the safety of our women and children. Though they were not affected as much, I had to ensure that each and every villager was safe.
Families from Korova settlement in Nasese continued to adhere to warnings from authority every time there's a tropical cyclone threat. Resident Simone Ambaki says while they have not been severely affected in past cyclones, it did not stop them from moving to the evacuation center as safety has always been a top priority. Ambaki and other members of the settlement are taking shelter at the Ndraimba Primary School in Suva. He stressed the importance of adhering to all precautionary measures as this has kept them safe during past cyclones.
Police came to our settlement and helped us move here. We didn't hold back because our elders have always told us to put our safety first because anything else can last but not life. Once it's gone, it's gone.
The Water Authority of Fiji will be deploying staff to the Northern Division for Tropical Cyclone Yasa damage assessments. WEF Chief Executive Barry Omadson will also be part of the team. Omadson says they have made plans to ensure water supply is restored as soon as possible. He adds Fijians are advised to store drinking water to last 2 days. He is also urging everyone to boil all drinking water. Energy Fiji Limited is reminding the public that restoration of electricity supply after a cyclone is not that simple. Some parts of the country are without electricity, including some which were not directly affected by TC Yasa. EFL Chief Executive Hasmukh Patel says during Tropical Cyclone Winston in 2016, it took them 7 months to make reconnections right to the last customer. The EFL team has started assessing damages around Fiji.
But what does that mean is that thereafter we have to inspect every bit of power line to make sure it's safe before we switch it on. So it's not like, the power goes off and once the cyclone goes past, we turn on the switch and generators. No, we need to inspect everything. Otherwise, so many people could be killed, by stepping on live wires and all that sort of thing.
And that's your FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Take care and good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।